Hey there everyone, welcome back to another casual behind-the-scenes style shoot for the Azkale Games YouTube channel. This is the first video I have tried to shoot since we hit 1,000 subscribers, and while I really expected us to fluctuate back and forth over that line for a while, it seems pretty steady, so hopefully by the time you all see this video, we still have that 4-digit figure. I wanted to start off by saying thank you to all of our subscribers, everybody who's hit that button. You are responsible for us being able to continue making content and for us to keep striving to try and get higher and do better. And if you're watching us now and you haven't hit that button, by all means, please do so. We've hit our first major milestone, I think, but it never hurts to aim for the next one and to keep pushing forward because that is the nature of the algorithm, unfortunately. And I wanted to just sort of update everybody in addition to giving that thank you. And I wanted to sort of lay things out as to where we kind of need to go as a channel, what I'm hoping to do as a contributor, and how you can help us reach our goals and keep making more stuff. So, first things first. The reason that 1,000 subscribers is kind of a big deal. In the past, it was the number you needed before your channel could get monetized. It was one of the 2 goals you had to hit. These days, though, you only need 500 subscribers, but that's not a reason for you to unclick and head off, because the more subscribers you have, the more attention the algorithm pays to you. And so 1,000 is kind of a benchmark, and it's when we start getting even the littlest bit of attention. So hopefully that means that we're going to start seeing some fresh people come to our channel. Our videos are going to wind up in some people's feeds that previous to this might not have heard of us. And that will help us out with something else that we need to do that we have yet to accomplish. And that is currently, in order to be monetized by YouTube, you have to do 2 things. And these are the same 2 things you had to do previously, but the numbers are different. I've said this in previous videos, but for those who are not aware, maybe you never thought about getting on YouTube, you haven't looked this up. Previously, you needed to have 1,000 subscribers, which thanks to you all, we now have. And you needed to have over 4,000 viewed hours of content within 365 days. Those standards changed a little bit in the recent past. So now you only need to have 500 subscribers, but you also need to have 3,000 hours of watched content. For those who are curious, we are a little bit over 2,000 when last I checked in with Adrian, but that still leaves us about 1,000 hours that we need to get. And for folks who haven't gone through the entire archive yet, most of our videos are pretty short. I like to say that some of our really good ones are less than 10 minutes long. And it is really hard to clock hours when that's the length of content that you're making. So what we need from you is to go through our archive, watch our videos, find stuff that you like, and help us get it into other people's feeds, other people's faces. Whether you're a fan of Discussions of Darkness and you want to share it with some of your friends who also like the World and Chronicles of Darkness setting. Whether you're curious about more content coming out for Sundara and you want to get more people interested in that setting, share some of those videos around. If you're a fan of audio dramas like yours truly, by all means, let people know about the little pieces we've done, and hopefully that'll help me make sequels to the things that already exist, and maybe make some bigger, more involved content. Lastly, I wanted to talk about some of the changes that we're still working on, some of the things we're adding to the channel, at least partially as a result of continued growth. If we weren't getting more people showing up here, if folks weren't really checking out what we were doing, they weren't really picking up what we were laying down, chances are we would have just kept using YouTube as sort of a repository for previews for the supplements coming out and not really done much else with it. But the more something grows and the more attention it gets paid, the more likely it is that it gets expanded. And so if you want to keep us growing and expanding, that's where your effort goes. But anyway, I was saying things that we're going to be changing, things we're going to be doing more of in the future. By the time this video drops, if my current understanding of our schedule is correct, we should have our first couple of shorts out. For those who are wondering, the reason that we haven't had shorts up until now is most of the content we make is either more long form or not really made for shorts as a format, but needs be when the devil drives. And since YouTube seems to really like shorts, we figured, well, we'll try it out. We'll see if this is a thing people respond to. So if you haven't yet checked out the shorts that we have out, or short if we only have one, pop over to that tab and take a look. Tell us what you think. And if there's any particular videos that you think should have clips taken from them, should have highlights put out for shorts, please put those in the comments below. That'll be something that I can use to sort of determine where our audience is and what you all want to see. But in addition to shorts content, we, at the moment at least, fully intend to keep all the various shows we have on the channel going. Speaking of Sundara, is a little more spotty these days because Sundara is no longer a front-forward project. It's coming out as I can get it, but there are so many plates spinning that I can't dedicate as much time and energy to it. We still have Discussions of Darkness coming out regularly, which I have several interesting things planned for and I'm very excited about. We have Tabletop Mercenary, which is still drawing a bit of an audience, but if you are either a tabletop creator who wishes more people knew what it was like to do our job, or if you are thinking about becoming a TTRPG creator or just getting into the space, by all means check out that show and make sure that any questions you have that we haven't answered or things you want people to know gets into the comments so we can make an episode about it. At the moment, we haven't even crossed 10 episodes yet, so it's still fairly new in its creation. I'm always open to more questions. And in addition to all of those things, we still have our audio dramas coming out. And as long as I keep writing supplements, which as far as I can tell is for the foreseeable future, I'm going to have plenty of fodder to keep making those. But which ones end up becoming more popular is, as always, up to you all. And as I've been saying for a while now, something I would like to do, if you are a fan of audio dramas, is I would like to make bigger, longer podcast formats. I would like to do them as a full series, at least a season or two. But that is the sort of thing that takes a lot of time, energy, effort, and backing. And the easiest way to help us do that would be to make sure that this channel gets monetized, because this would be one of the places that show would show up. I would also put it on various podcast platforms and other places for people to find them, because I know YouTube is not always the best to listen to if you're driving, commuting, exercising, etc. But if you're just sitting at your desk and you want something fun to listen to, it does the job well enough. So if that's something that you would like, by all means, let us know, put it in the comments. If you are a fan of the audio dramas that I've already put out, tell me which of them you want to see expanded most, whether it's the Changeling series we did with Jacoby and the various other lurkers around Chicago, whether you want to see more sci-fi, whether you want to see some of the cyberpunk stuff really just beefed up and filled out, whether you really like stories set in Sundara and you just want to see more traditional fantasy and sword and sorcery stories. I am open to any of those as long as the audience is there to actually listen to them and to keep the signal boosted. But that's kind of our update for today. I have a lot of stuff currently in the works and some stuff I'm tinkering with to try and make little improvements here and there. But really, in the end, I can't do what I do and we can't do what we do without support from you, the audience. So as PBS says, this is all made possible by viewers like you. So thank you very much for your subscribes, for getting us over that first hurdle. Hopefully you stay with us for a while and tell your friends about us. Let your table know what we're putting together. The more folks we can get together and the more views we can get on our content, the better the chance we have of being able to turn this into a serious main dish, a serious enterprise, rather than just the accessory to what we've been doing as Azkale Games for a while now. So until next time, happy gaming, everyone.